Yeah, before we move on, we you've also documented the escapades of one of his rival Coomers, right? It's this other guy whose Twitter handle is WomanLover007. Maybe we could take a look at him as well, because he's another one of these shameless oversharers. The difference, I guess, is sorry, I have to take a break. I got something in my throat.
Well, yeah, he also is a perfect specimen, a perfect physiognomy going on here. Do you have any lore on Woman Lover 007?
Yeah, so Woman Lover, he is, as I like to call him, the rival Coomer in that sense. So Jamin would be the ultimate Coomer, and Woman Lover would be a very worthy rival to him because he's just as Jamin really seeking out the interaction with those porn stars and uh, taking multiple pictures as you've seen. And yeah, the difference though is obviously the age. So Woman Lover is in his late 20s, I believe. Jamin is obviously in his early 40s. So there's definitely a difference in how they approach this as well. And I can actually say that it was personally for me more fun to work on the videos about Woman Lover because he is actually more energetic than Jason. Jason is really a one-dimensional character who really switches between two modes, either a sports ball watching normie or porn addict, basically. And yeah,
Right.
Woman Lover also tweets about his dating experiences, for example, or even No Nut November, which he failed very early, by the way. And yeah, and also he deleted his Twitter actually, so there will be no more content from him. But I think it's better this way, and maybe he turns his life around. I wish him the best, honestly.
Fingers
He,
crossed
he
that
he
Women
might have a
Lover
recovery
will.
arc, like you said. He's
Yeah.
not completely lost in the abyss yet.
But I
And
would say that I'm getting the sense from you talking about your red pilling journey and from our chat earlier that there is a certain degree, and I can see that myself having looked at your videos, that or I feel it, that you can sort of feel for Woman Lover because he's closer to my age, and he's like me. He's grown up on the internet, unlike Jamin, who seems to have sort of made the conscious decision to enter the online space and interact with these porn stars. Woman Lover seems to have just sort of fallen into it.
yeah, we talked about this like with the Zoomers, though he's not a Zoomer. He's probably like a younger millennial. But it would have been natural for him to kind of fall into this. And I don't know if it's still up, but if you search for Woman Lovers 007 on YouTube, there is an actual like podcast interview with this guy where he talks about like his the stuff that he posts on Twitter with the like going to those sort of porn conventions and so on. And I mean, you can hear that he is not totally right. I mean, if you look at him and you imagine what he would sound like, that's exactly how he sounds like. This kind of squeaky, nerdy, the nerdy type of guy. But you kind of feel a little bit sorry for him. It seems like he's been kind of trapped in a bit of this thing. He's bought onto, just like because you see he's posting a lot more about like political stuff. He's not like the J-man centrist. He's actually been posting like pro Black Lives Matter, pro feminism. He's really bought the regime propaganda wholesale, and I think a part of that regime propaganda is this kind of hedonist, utilitarian worldview, where the best thing in the world is just to pleasure yourself and to express your own identity. And I think that maybe he didn't understand that it doesn't apply to you if you're a white man. It just doesn't apply. You're still going to be shamed. Nobody's going to celebrate what he is doing, other than the sort of OnlyFans women who get his money.
Yeah, and especially this tweet here feels like I haven't studied J-Man as much as you have, probably Gary Smolotov, but I get the sense that J-Man probably wouldn't tweet something like this. But correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So this is really reflective of the character of Woman Lover, I would say. It's that there is a slight hint of self-awareness, I would say. Maybe not in the sense that he thinks that pornography is bad for him, but he's clearly doing something in his life that just doesn't feel right, just doesn't sit right. There is a sort of life still into him that makes him somewhat reflect. He unlike Jamin, who remains completely ignorant to the fact, right? So when he feels bad, he probably goes out and blames everything else but himself and his lifestyle choices.